Hello again, and it is the king of procrastination here with your Housewives of Beverly Hills review. So we left off last week with, Denise talking about, oh yeah, Brandy's had sex with a bunch of women at this table. And we know that the women at this table can only be Kyle or Lisa Rinna. And we know it's false. It's just like a cheap deflection on Denise's part. Kind of desperate. But Rinna's just like, I don't believe that, don't put that out there. And the ladies are wondering, like, where did she get this new information from Brandy? Because why didn't she say this the first night when she was interrogated? Oh my God, Teddy is just so annoying. So annoying. Just like this bus that keeps coming past here. So Denise is not really defending herself properly, to the point where you have Dorit defending her too. Garcelle is also frustrated. Now Rinna thinks Denise is lying, and she's kind of going ham on her at the table. And she's like, Denise, you chose to be here and you need to fucking own it. And she's like, if you don't want to be here, then go. To like her friend of almost 20 years. Now Garcelle's saying, and she brings up a good point, like, why do you guys tend to believe Brandy over Denise, who you guys hang out with on a regular basis? Now, Kyle tries to interject, and, Garcelle shuts her down immediately. Like, excuse me, wait, I'm talking, let me finish. As Kyle just shut up and ate her food. Literally. Love that moment. Now, basically, the ladies are just wondering, like, how do we resolve this at this point? Because basically, it's just going around in circles. Like, it's already out there that they put this information, with Brandy and the affair scandal. Because I don't think they really care about the talking behind each other's backs. So they move from the table to the cocktail area. And did anyone else notice that Lisa Rinna did not touch her food? I just thought that was just a little interesting tidbit. So they move on to the cocktail area to continue their conversation. Denise is swearing on her mom's grave. Everyone else is just like, it's not that serious. Oh Lord, here we go. Yeah, it's a little intense for that. Now again, as she's clarifying like what Brandy told her, they're all asking her, well, why didn't you say this the first night? And you know what? I'm gonna throw Denise a bone here. Like, the first night, she was absolutely blindsided. Now, just imagine someone just like blindsides you with some shocking information. Like, you're too startled, you're too like just full of like you're full of anxiety, and you're trying to think back to like, oh shit, like, did that happen? Or maybe she was trying to get a lie together, but I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, and maybe all this is coming back to her now that she has time to think about it. Or she just lying. Now, Denise in her confessional said, honestly, I've said worse about Teddy, so I'm not sure what she's tripping off of. Now, Denise is clearly upset at this point. Like, she's like wiping her eyes every like 5-10 minutes. Then we lay off Denise for a couple minutes, and Rinna asks, does anyone else want to be honest about something? And then Garcelle pops up. And I'm just like, oh, okay, finally some interaction with Garcelle, some mess. And apparently they're talking about what she said in her confessional about Rinna's daughter. About like how, Rinna, focused so much on her body image, and she's always on her Instagram nearly nude dancing. And she's just wondering, does that have effect on her daughter? And I was wondering, like, why did they just insert this in, or where did it come from? Because the editing just seemed a little wonky. But I get it. Maybe Garcelle realized that she made that comment about her daughter, and she wanted to come clean about it. And I actually respect that about her. Now, Dorit is, I don't know what she's trying to do. She's condescendingly saying, what? I don't understand. Like, what? And then Garcelle cuts her off. It's not for you to understand, because I'm talking to her. Oh! The second, from Garcelle, like, love it. But again, I just think it was kind of weird how they just inserted this into the whole Denise argument. But yeah, it really doesn't go anywhere. It just goes to like, yeah, I know you're a great mom and you raised a great daughter. I was just asking, I was just being honest. So Denise is noticeably upset, and the ladies are just like, let's just call it a night. They cancel their drinks and they all go back to their hotel. So the next morning, the ladies are getting ready for the next activity. You have Kyle and Dorit, who are clearly hungover. Teddy and Erica, they go to a spa. And Garcelle and Sutton are planning on going to Mass. So Denise and Ren decide to meet again separately to talk about the other night. And Rinna apologizes to her, just saying that, yeah, I know last night must have been rough on you. And Denise is just like, you're supposed to be my friend, Rinna. Like, it really does not feel like it. Like, I always come for your defense, and I don't see you coming to my defense. She's like, why the fuck did you even invite me here? Now, Rinna does make a point saying that you bringing up Brandy having sex with other women at this table was kind of tit for tat. So I was really mad about that, so don't say that. So Denise saying that she's never experienced this with Rinna, and we've been friends for a long time, and it just seemed like you did not have my back. Now, at this point, Rinna starts crying and breaking down. I'm not really sure what or why she is doing that. It just seemed kind of weird. And she apologized to Denise again, and she says she's going to try to have her back. She also earlier, I forgot to mention this, that she apologized for not telling her in advance about what they said about her and Brandy, because she really should have. Now, Denise, like, she wants to move forward with Rinna, and she invites her to Mass along with Sutton and Garcelle. I'm thinking in this scene that Rinna forgot to take her antidepressants or her uppers for the day, because that was just kind of weird behavior. So we see Kyle and Dorita motorcycling. Fast forward. Teddy and Erica's at the spa together. Fast forward. Now we see Sutton, Garcelle, Lisa, and Denise headed to church. And Rinna still looks a little, disheveled from her earlier conversation. She's just like, oh yeah, I just need church. I just feel like that I haven't been my true self lately. To cut to Sutton's confessional, there's a better side to Lisa Rinna? Sutton is growing on me, I gotta say. So after all that, they get to the church and they're not even able to get in. It's a 2-hour wait. And they're just like, oh yeah, we'll just be outside and we'll get our blessings from our proximity to the church. So Rinna meets up with Kyle and Dorit, and she's basically talking about her conversation with Denise and how she apologized and how she had like a little mini breakdown. And basically from this scene, she's saying that she's gonna let Denise, tell the truth when she's ready, or she's gonna have some empathy for her, because it really does seem like they're attacking her every dinner. So it's the last night in Italy. All the ladies are getting dressed for the last dinners at some pizza place. Now, just looking at Italy, y'all, I was supposed to go to Italy for my 35th birthday. And, just watching this just makes me be like, ugh. But the destination I went to was fun, so whatever. So Denise says she had a chance to think about things, and now tonight she wants to speak her piece. So we're at the table and everything seems real cordial at the moment. And then Denise makes a toast, all nice, and then just a complete 180. She says, you bitches are judgmental, and every single dinner I have been attacked. And I'm just like, wait, where did this come from? She said, this is the worst fucking trip I've ever been on, and I don't deserve this. Like, you all are mean girls. Everyone is just stunned because they were really having a good time. And I'm just wondering, Denise, why did you bring this up? Did a producer tell you to do this? I don't know. It just seemed weird. And just wait, because it gets weirder. Also, y'all notice how Erica always be like mute at the table, but got so much to say in her confessional. Just saying. Now, Dorit is saying she doesn't think anyone's deliberately trying to ruin her life, but they're just trying to hold her accountable for what she said. And you really need to defend yourself. So as Dorit's talking, Garcelle excuses herself from the table. She looks like she's either over the bullshit or she's tired. Now, right after this, Denise says, I'm done. I'm leaving. And she gets up and leaves from the table. And at this point, I assume this was the part where she just went back to the hotel and got a ticket back to the United States. So as Denise goes outside, she goes to check in on Garcelle. And Garcelle looked like she's just having a little mini time of going through it. Not a little breakdown, but it looked like she's just going through it a bit. And Garcelle's just saying, I miss my kids. I'm tired. I'd rather be with my family. And you know what? I get it. Like, Garcelle, she don't really know the women like that. I mean, who does she know? Like, Denise Richards? And that's it. And then you have these other white women. You're not around your like actual friends. And maybe it just got to her, like being in front of the cameras. Or so I hear. You know, like sometimes you just crumble in front of the camera sometimes because you're just tired of the bullshit and the constant bickering. So we see the ladies are frustrated that Denise left again. And we have Garcelle going back to the table. She assures everyone that she's fine. She just misses her kids. And then production stops Denise from leaving. They beg her to stay. They're just like, please, just finish this out. Those poor producers. Denise is like, ugh, fine. I'm pretty sure that someone threatened her, like, you're not going to get paid for this if you walk out right now. So she goes back to the table and she finishes out this conversation the best way she can. I'm guessing this was just like a misdirect because I figured that this was the part where Denise just left the show, period. But she didn't. She came back to the table and now they're just laughing, kiki, and joking. I'm just like, this is so fake. Like, she just called these women mean girls and judgmental. I'm just like, really? I don't know. I just thought that was weird. And then now everyone's having a good time now. Like, she literally said this trip is the worst I've ever fucking had. And now she's just laughing. So then the episode just ends with Garcelle making a toast. And yeah, that's where the episode ends. Like, everything is peachy keen. So yeah, next week we have Brandy with the mess. It looks like Garcelle and Denise really aren't in this episode. But yeah, okay episode. Yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later.